Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshvabhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. You are all feeling hunger or not? Feeling hunger? Huh? No? No hunger. Hunger of knowing. Is there? If there is no hunger of knowing, if you keep on loading the information, it will be undigested. So your appetite is okay or it is not okay. You are able to digest every day. We are giving the so much data. So from for last 4 months, it is being digested or it is just coming out a reverse. What is happening? Is getting digested or is get Sandarbha classes, Bhagavatam, Sanskrit Vyakaran. So many points. So how to digest this knowledge? Every day you are getting so much information. How to digest? What you are doing for digesting? Sharing. Where you are sharing? Huh? WhatsApp. In what? Huh? Telegram. You are all sharing on Telegram to whom? Lot of information. Huh? It's a lifelong course, but we are doing it within 6 months or 1 year. Bhagavatam is a course of life, course for life, total life. So here we are giving you some basic idea, and most of the times we don't study alone, just to facilitate that, so that we can sit all together and give some dedicated time and try to know. So in this time, so you'll try to also reproduce that, teach somewhere, take some students and teach sometime at least 1 hour. You discuss with your friends. If you discuss with your friends, then something will be digested. Otherwise, it will not be. It will be difficult. produce notes, your own notes for these all chapters for future. Nicely compile your notes and make PPTs, teach to someone, and like this, you have to do some additional exercise. We are having only 2.5 hours out of 24 hours. Only 2.5 hours you are sitting here. What is happening with another how many hours? 21.5 hours is with you. So in the 21.5 hours, so you can do many things. Only, yeah. Some people they come half an hour late. So 20 minutes, 15 minutes. So 2 hours. You are all with the 2 hours with us. So what you are doing another 22 hours. Even if you sleep for 5 hours, so you'll be having another 17 hours. 17 hours. What is happening? So it's a sufficient time is there, no problem. And also Saturday, Sunday complete off. One more. Okay. So okay, nicely you utilize this time, and it should be useful actually. This time, whatever you are spending here, it should be one milestone in your life. So I stayed 1 year there and I learned this. So this kind of some benefit you should get. And I hope so. If you have any problems, you can meet me personally. And what how you can do more better way, we can discuss at individual level. But common thing is to discuss with your friends, teach, and make PPTs, make notes. So like this, you can do all these things. By this, churning will happen, and solid points will be with you. Concepts. So we were discussing 37 sloka in the 7th chapter. So in this sloka, we are seeing the Buddha avatara. So here Srila Jiva Goswami is saying, this Buddha avatara, whatever is mentioned in the 37th sloka, is not the Buddha which is in this Kali Yuga. Kali Visheshe, that means is this avatara appeared in any specific Kali Yuga, not in this Kali Yuga. What is the reason? Asmin kalau devadvisham tadrishatva ashravanat. Devadvisham tadrishatva ashravanat. In this sloka, what is said? Devadvisham negamavartmani nishtitanam पूर्भिर मयेन विहिताभिर adrishyata adrishyatурбхи. So that means when the atheist, after being well versed in the Vedic scientific knowledge, annihilated inhabitants of different planets. So here, whatever the symptoms are said, atheist becoming the Vedic scientific knowledge, well versed in the Vedic scientific knowledge, annihilated inhabitants of different planets, flying unseen in the sky. These things didn't happen in this Kali Yuga actually. So that's why these symptoms are not belong to this Kali Yuga. So this Buddha is not in this Kali. That is a proof he is saying. So if we come to the next sloka, Yerhyalayeshvapi satam nahare kathasyuhu पाषण्डिनो द्विजजना वृषलानृदेवाः स्वाहा स्वधा वषडिति स्म गिरो न यत्र शास्ता भविष्यति कलेर्भगवान् युगान्ते. So one little information, actually one notice, online students and on-site students, if you come half an hour late, on that day you'll be having the absent. And we are having the attendance, and we'll publish that on this month. So now 1 or 2 days. So if anyone is having the less than 75%, so please take care that. And many online students are not regular. Of course, yeah, studying on online is not a easy thing until unless if you have strong determination. Online studies always, so your mind distract you. It will take you somewhere. Instead of attending class, it will tell that you do another thing. It will give so many reasons to bunk the class. So that's why it is very difficult. But anyway, some students are continuing, and whoever is having the less than 75%, so we are not going to allow them to write that particular module of exam. They should attend back, and then we'll allow. So we are telling before itself. So please, you on-site students also please maintain that. And some students are so irregular, and like Sarveshwar Shyam Sundar Prabhu, and yeah. So we are observing some students are very careless, and carelessly they are showing the disinterest that will spoil the other students also. So that is not good at all. You may like, you may not like. On-site students, they should come and sit, because your mind will say don't attend. It will give you so many reasons. It's just your mind cheating actually. So be disciplined and attend all the days the classes. What is other thing, other business you have here other than this attending? Maybe 1 or 2 classes we may give online, but there is a main business is attending the classes. Of course, some topics may be different, you may not like, but still it's a Bhagavatam, and we should hear that. So translation thereafter, at the end of Kali Yuga, when there exist no topics on the subject of God, even at the residence of so-called saints and respectable gentlemen of the three higher castes, and when the power of government is transferred to the hands of ministers elected from the low-born Sudra class or those less than them, and when nothing is known of the techniques of sacrifice, even by word, at that time the Lord will appear as the supreme chastiser. What is going to happen here? So, Yerhi आलयेष्वपि satam na hareh katah syuhu. What it mean? So when there is no pastimes of the Hari, there are no pastimes of Hari in the ashramas. Ashramas satam means what you should take here? Chaturvarnyacharavatam. That means the followers of the Varnashrama. Here in this sloka, satam means you should take the followers of the Varnashrama, or otherwise civilized man, Prabhupada writing, civilized gentleman. So these people, this Varnashrama system, in that the higher three categories people, they will become Pakhandis. Varnashrama system, there is no Harikatha. First of all, in 4 Varnas, they don't follow. No Varna is following hearing the Harikatha. And on top of that, Traivarnikaha, the top 3 Varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya, they will become Pakandi. Pakandi means what? Just they will be outwardly show off they are doing, but inside there is no faith. Pakandinaha. So they are Pakandis. In that, then they will become Pakandi, then what? Sudraham lecha paryantaha rajanah syuhu. Sudras, these 4th Varna and Mlecha. Then other than that, other than the 4 Varnas, outcast people, they all become the kings. Then that means then who will come? Bhavishyati kalehe Bhagavan Yugante. So then Lord will appear. So at the ending of this Kali Yuga, that is Kalki. Yeah, Kalehe Bhagavan. So Kalki is going to appear and to chastise them. Supreme chastiser. This is the thing. That means in the Kali Yuga, end of the Kali Yuga, no one will follow their Varnashrama. No one will be follow means no one will be hearing the Harikatha in those ashramas, and all will become three top Varnas become Pakhandis, and Sudras will become kings. This is going to, at that time, to chastise, Lord will appear. The purport is, in this purport, so Dvijas means twice born, that is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, and Vaishya. Will become atheist. Pakandi means, one way you can see, just the namesake, they will be having some so-called rituals they follow, but they don't have any faith in the Supreme Lord. So this is going to happen. Pakandinaha. They will become atheist. And as such, all of them will practically forget even holy name of the Lord. At the end of Kali Yuga, there is no holy name. Nobody will be chanting the holy name. And what to speak of his activities? Then forget about the activities of the Hari. The higher caste of society, namely the intelligent class of men guiding the destinies of the social orders, and administrative class of men guiding the law and order of the society, and the productive class of men guiding the economic development of the society, must all properly well versed in the knowledge of the Supreme Lord, knowing factually his name, quality, pastimes, entourage, paraphernalia, and personalities. Actually, if you see in the seventh canto, actually when explains, Narada is explaining the duties of the four varnas, especially the duties of the any human being. In that he is explaining. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, Pada Sevanarchanam. It is the mandatory for all the varnas. So taking holy name is mandatory for all the varnas according to the Manu. So this is given by the Manu. But what will happen in this Kali Yuga? Nobody, at least higher Varnas, they should really responsible, and they are Dvijas, they study the Vedas, they are having the Upanayana Samskara and so on, and they should be strictly following, but they are not at all following. They will not follow it. They will become Pakandi. Then Tattvagnana, the saints of the higher caste or orders of the society are judged by the proportion of the knowledge in the science of God or Tattvagnana, and not by any kind of birthright or bodily designations. This is a Prabhupada actually in this. So very strongly he says this point. So just by the birth, one cannot become the Dvija. Dvija will become the based upon the knowledge what he have about the supreme truth. Such a designations without any knowledge of the science of the God and practical knowledge of the devotional service are considered to be all decorations of dead bodies. And when there is too much inflation of these decorated dead bodies in the society, there develops so many anomalies in the progressive, peaceful life of the human being because of the lack of training or culture in the upper section of the social order. There are no more be designated as Dvijas or twice born. So then what will happen? Society, Brahmanas are not going to function. Then Kshatriyas also not corrected by the Brahmanas. They will be corrupted. And when there are Kshatriyas are not strict, then Vaishyas will cheat and they should be regulated. And Sudras also has to be controlled. So everything will be collapsed. Then system is completely social function will not be there. Proper social function will not be there. So that's why when Britishers came to India, first what they said, what they did first is, so they just changed the educational system. No need to study Vedas. You keep your Vedas in your bag, in your basket. Keep that in your basket and hang it to your roof. No need of all this. And if you want to become clerk in our government, you study English, you learn English, then you can become employee. You will become employee in our system. You will get money, salary, good money. So that they did actually. And also they introduced the system of the drinking tea. Before that, tea was not there. Tea system. We used to drink the kashayam and the milk, these things. So now Brahmanas were given, and also especially Brahmanas, they are famous for drinking coffee. Brahmana coffee. South Indian Brahmana coffee. They are also taking, that's very a special, actually, a designation for the Brahmanas. They are known with the coffee. They drink coffee, special coffee. Where there is a nicotine, and that will spoil the memory power. Intoxication, that's like intoxication. And also they started giving the distributing the liquor. Previously, they used to, Brahmanas, they were never used to drink anything, but they were given with the different bottles from Western bottles. So then they started drinking this. We have seen in my childhood, my mothers used to say in our villages, so rich Brahmanas, and they are having the big houses. They are all employees under the Britishers, and for the measuring the land, for making roads, for making plans, for all these Brahmanas they used actually. So they taught English, and they were all, that means, left their own respective ritual activities, spiritual activities, and they became servants of the Britishers, and they started drinking, and their whole family is completely corrupted actually after that. There is no family tradition. So this is the situation actually, this is the position. So what they do, the first and foremost thing is, so education system is spoiled. If there is no proper education system, so then that's all. After that, next generations, so they slowly, and also they gave the some kind of opinion. These all Vedas are simply, they are manufactured by this someone, and it's a bogus. These Vedas are not real and not the fact. They are written by someone. These Puranas are just a fictional stories. So like this, they started giving their own research commentaries, and by seeing their position, their richness, and all these Indians, they started believing them, and they lost their culture, and they opened an extra slaughterhouses to kill the cows, so that their Indian economy will be shaken actually. Indian economy is based upon the agriculture and cows and their own land. So now, since till the time you'll be having the, so your own land and your economical stability, nobody is going to conquer you actually. You have your 4 acres of land, and you have four cows and two cows and two bulls, and your own agriculture, and everything is there, and you are sufficient, and you have one teacher who is Brahmana, who can enlighten you in the spiritual things. Then you are fully equipped, fully sufficient, happy. Then that kind of person is not having no hankering, and he cannot be controlled actually. If you want to control, then first I have to do, you have to just destroy their self sufficiency, self-sufficiency in their lifestyle. So what is that is due to what? That is due to cows. So then first what we should do? Just to slaughter the cows. Then they opened in the Kolkata first, the biggest slaughterhouse in the Kolkata, and they started killing the cows and making those products, and different Western products, and they are sent back to the India, and they once again purchasing. And like this, all the raw materials are taken from the India, and so they were manufactured and processed and given back to the, sent back and distributed here itself, and they used to get the big amount of the money profit. And like this, so society is completely disturbed because of this. Slowly the self-sufficiency gone, and fertilizers, pesticides they introduced, and farmers started depending on these modern technology, and slowly that is, lands became barren, and self-sustainability is gone. Everyone's dependent on petrol, and slowly, so the control came to the few people of the society, whoever is doing this big business. So in their hands, the full power came. Before that, so everyone is self-sufficient with their agriculture and with their so lifestyle. So that's why this is, now whole society is completely transformed actually. Now still they are also working for the this, so to become a employee. They want to become employee in under any corporate office. So for that, day and night they study. From the 20 years they study. Every child is studying for that, where there is no knowledge about the Supreme Lord, and simply just to become And that kind of, see, such a transformation in the whole society. All intellectuals, so-called intellectuals, nobody is having intelligence, and they accepted this in a big manner actually. And everyone is now whole, even in the villages, every parent is thinking that my child should have this English education and he should become employee in the corporate. So what that corporate person is doing actually, he is simply doing all the adharma, actually kukarma, and he is earning money, and everyone is following and trying to give profit for them. They want to work for them. And the values, the lifestyle, and self sustainability, that individual, the personality, everything is lost. So there is no individual astitva, existence. Now you are completely dependent on someone, and whole situation is transformed like this. So which is very, very dangerous for the society. This kind of society cannot run for a long time actually, because there is a very big unsustainability is there in this. Total system is very unstable now. All economical, financial, health, all crisis is there, all the ways. So the only solution is one should have the so proper, so yeah, self-sustainable life. That's why Prabhupada started working reverse actually. So he introduced Krishna consciousness. And then after that, he started preaching that, so you live independently, be in the farm and live a self-sustainable life, self-sufficiency. So get the self-sufficiency, be independent, be productive, and live simple life. And happily, so practice Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, chant Hare Krishna, and utilize your energy for on all the time on this. So like this, so he started once again transforming back. In the 70s he tried. If he is now, then what he will think actually. In the 70s, at least in many places there is agricultural land is there, even in the US also. Many people are dependent. Now the machinery came, so total land is completely is getting spoiled, and only few people are maintaining. But previously, because of less machinery, many people used to dependent on the land. Now less dependency, less people are depending on the land. And even in the villages also, big machines came now in every village, and so because of this, people are also becoming, if there is no sufficient job for the existing human beings, then what is the need of having the big machine? If there is no proper work for the existing people, if you hear Prabhupada morning walks and room conversations, you'll be seeing this kind of so many arguments. In that time, he was saying, what is the use of this tractor? Why we have to use tractor? We have our four people. Four people has to get money, get work. So like this, society is spoiled actually because of education actually. Brahmanas, these four varnas, there is a need of constant education. That's why to train back these four varnas, he wanted Varnashrama college in every temple. Prabhupada standing order, that is, every temple there is a need of Varnashrama college. And they should once again train back, and society must be divided. His statement, society must be divided. And once again, so he wants to re-establish the Vedic culture and God-centered. That's why Krishna conscious, Daiva Varnashrama. Krishna conscious centered Varnashrama. So he wanted that. So otherwise, there is no hope. We cannot imagine actually. If you have soberly think, in this way, lifestyle cannot continue actually. If you see the financial systems and economical systems and health system and also food production, everything, it's very unstable actually. Land cannot produce also. Land got bare in many places, and very poisonous food is coming out. Even villages, so many people are dying with cancer. Even in my family, if you see my grandmother, so maternal side, paternal side, everyone died with the cancer. So because of these pesticides, very heavy dose. Okay, come to here. A significance. So that's why the first education is very important. Proper education should be given. Uncultured, godless labor classes of men, and thus Nridevas will be the Vrashalas and are the uncultured, low-class men of the society. What is going to happen? These low-class men, they will become the kings. They will become the kings. No one can expect any peace and prosperity in human society full of uncultured lower classes of men. The symptoms of such uncultured social animals are already in vague, and it is the duty of the leaders of men to take note of it and try to reform the social order by introducing the principles of twice born men trained in the science of God consciousness. Such a powerful statement, you see. So it is the duty of the leaders. They has to train once again these twins born in the God consciousness. That's why Srila Prabhupada wanted every assembly member, every parliament member has to chant at least 4 rounds. So 4 rounds of japa they should do in the parliament member, whoever. All the leaders has to. And Prabhupada want to reorganize every village in all over world. He want to travel all the villages. He purchased one car. If you see in the Mayapur, now you'll be seeing in the Prabhupada house. He was having a car actually. With that car, he wants to travel all the villages in all over world, and he wants to organize those villages with 4 Varnas and simple living, agrarian based life, Gram Swaraj. So that Gandhi is having this concept, but actually the definitions are not so proper actually, his definitions. But Gram Swaraj is really required. Every village should be independent. But in what sense? So they should be independent means they should not dependent on any machinery and technology. They should be self-sufficient and should be God consciousness, Krishna consciousness. These leaders are not having this clue actually. What is happening now in the what should be happen? What should happen? This is not there with the leaders. Just they think that what is the discussion? How many cement roads we started giving? How many electricity we give? How much internet access is given to the villages? How many toilets are constructed? This is the development. If you see the so-called development in the society, in the leaders, they are big leaders, but they think development means this. This can be done by expanding the culture of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. So what is the solution? Education. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why we want to have this kind of places where Bhagavatam will be systematically trained like this, hundreds and thousands. Now, how many schools we have? That many, at least half of that many schools we need to have the Bhagavad schools. We have millions of schools to train the people to not to become God consciousness, to become atheist. Now, at least we have 10% if we have, that is also good success. So everyone has to function as a he should have his own Bhagavatam class, Bhagavatam school. Every student here, they should open the school and train the people systematically. Otherwise, so now nobody is there actually. So many explanations and so many deep truths are there in our book, Srila Prabhupada books and Acharya's commentaries. So what is happening? Nobody is practicing. Nobody is, if that is not opened and that is not spreaded, and that points are not there in the consciousness of the living people. Those concepts are in only books, but not in the living people's consciousness. Then what kind of change you can see in the society? Nothing, no change. So then no change and nothing, and this society will go and situation will go more and more worse. So that's why Prabhupada is saying that can be done by expanding the culture of Srimad Bhagavatam all over the world. In the degraded condition of human society, the Lord incarnates as the Kalki Avatara and kills all the demonic without mercy. That will be the ending. But now is a golden era. Now the time to spread the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is only the thing which can save the society. Okay, next. Sarge tapoham rushayo naye navaye prajesha स्थाने तधर्ममखमन्वमरावनीशाः अन्ते त्वधर्महरमन्युवशासुराद्या माया विभूतय इमा पुरुषक्तिभाजा. Rangamaya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. At the beginning of creation, there are Pinans, myself Brahma, and the Prajapatis, the great sages who generate them. Then during the maintenance of the creation, there are Lord Vishnu, the demigods with controlling powers, and the kings of different planets. But at the end, there is irreligion, and then Lord Shiva and the atheist full of anger, etc. All of them are different representative manifestations of the energy of the Supreme Power, the Lord.
Thank you. So in this sloka we are seeing the Guna Avataras. First Sarge, Sthane, Ante. Sarge, Prajeshaha. So Aham, Rishayaha, Navaha, Ye, Prajeshaha. Myself and also Prajeshas, Prajapatis. 9 Prajapatis. Sthane means at the time of maintenance. Dharma Makha Manvantara. What is that? Makha Manva Maravanishaha. Manu, Amara, and Avanishaha. So maintenance, who is doing maintenance? So maintenance is done by the Vishnu, and who is helping him? Helping means who is the executors? Demigods and also Manu. Manu always protect the dharma. So if you see that 6 items, one is the Manu. Manu's main duty is what? So whatever the rules or regulations are there in the previous Manvantara, which are collapsed because of so that Yuga is finished, Manvantara is finished. So this Manu, once again, he will learn those from the Rishis, those dharma, principles of dharma, and he will implement those through his sons and himself. So that is the duty of the Manu. You'll be seeing in the 8th canto once again, what are the duties of the Manu and sons of the Manu, demigods and the Indra. So everyone's duty will be seeing. There, Manu's duty is this. So establishing the dharma in the society. And now what happened? That Manu's rules are the Manu Samhita. That is the given law book for the mankind. That is removed out, and this mental speculation, the present constitution is kept. It's simply a mental speculation. So, and in that, annihilate the caste system. What is that paper written by the great compiler of our so-called hero is saying what? He wrote a paper on that, annihilate caste system. So that is his. That means what? This caste system is not good, and remove that, annihilate. And with that vision, and he developed this constitution. But what actually Lord says what? Chatur Varnam Maya system Gunakarma Vibhagashaha. You cannot escape from this system. It is a natural system. Till the time we are there, we are affected by the 3 modes. So till the 3 modes are there, everyone's consciousness is affected by this. That is a naturally, that means dividing the society into these 4 is obvious actually. And now, but some defects are there in that system. It doesn't mean that the cut down that system is not right. If some disease came to your hand, what you will do? You'll cut down that hand. You'll cut off that hand. You'll cure that. Will cure. So if caste system, because of some other reasons, it is corrupted, then what you should do? You should repair it, and you should use it. So this is the problem. And completely, if you see the consciousness of the leaders and whoever so-called leaders of the society financially and politically, they don't have any idea about the reality. And This is the duty of the devotees. They has to preach to the general mass and also to the leaders, and it is a need to bring the change because we are all the representatives of the Lord, and that is our duty actually. And this is a missionary work. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
From yesterday, this discussion is going on. It's good discussion.
Yeah.
Very happy. I am very happy you are taking the discussion the proper direction, because we are just satisfied now with the way we are preaching. We are preaching in an individual way to many people. We are making them as devotees. We think we have preached.
Yes.
But the real preaching, it seems what you say is correct actually.
Yeah.
Because when you speak about Varnasrama, the real challenge is there from the society and from the laws made by the modern day leaders.
Yes.
Because as soon as we preach about Varnasrama, they think about the corrupted Indian caste system.
Yes.
But without establishing Varnasrama, as you said, we cannot run our movement in long time also.
Yes.
But how we are going to do, because when we try to establish Varnasrama, naturally we have to change the laws made by these modern day leaders, modern day societies, attitudes and everything. It needs very vigorous preaching and
it needs a systematic work.
yeah,
One should
systematic
know the
work.
proper constitution, what it is saying,
Yeah.
and what their systems and what our system is saying. First of all, we should clear about what principles of Varnashram we should take, because total Varnashram system you cannot implement now. So what principles we should take, and how to you should hold first of all your team strongly. First of all, we should unite our people. So there is a big problem is uniting our people. That is our team is not very strong now. So now bring the big challenge is we should convincing our people to have a single vision. So that is itself is a one more problem. So first of all, and also philosophical degradation is there in our society. So many times you'll be seeing the devotees are, so that means from many years they are in the movement, but very, if you see their way of preaching, if you just stand and if you hear, if you knew people, if how they preach, so horrible, some small centers, if you see, some people, I know some devotees 20 years in the movement, and they took 20 years back Diksha, and they don't know the names of 6 Goswamis. That kind of horrible situation is there in some places of our society. And first of all, so philosophically and devotionally, if we are not strong and we don't have the strong binding force among us, and we cannot fight with any others, and that is also for important thing. And also we should know what is the system outside, and many times many leaders, so many times we don't know, we try to show any interest to know so what system, in what system you are, and what kind of laws are governing, so what kind of laws are dictating you don't know actually. So what is that, means law is applied on you, being some citizen of so-called country. So what kind of laws are designed for you and they are enforced on you don't know. Simply you are taking it, and whether they are right or wrong, or what is original law, what should be, what should not be, that is also not there actually. Simply we take it granted. But if you see, all our devotees are great kings. Parikshit Maharaj, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Dhruva Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Ambarish Maharaj. If you see the list from the first canto till the last 12th canto, so all the heroes, all the devotees are big rulers and kings. They know all the knowledge. It's not that they knowing this is not a necessary thing. So because till the time we are in the body, so we should have some system. Now we have 10 people, there is need of some system, some organization is needed. So in international society, when you design, without some organization, you cannot run the society. And what is that organization? Then you should take some proper system. That's a Vedic system, whatever is given. It's natural. It's not a so-called we are going against to bhakti, nothing actually. If you want to So organize something, 10 people, if we are staying together, 10 people should do 10 different works. Then how to divide that? Based upon their character, their guna and their interest, their karma. It's obvious, na? So that's why it is good. We have to take this seriously, this movement. This movement is like a missionary movement. It's not only just individual progress, but also we should, all acharyas are like that. So one Goswami took so much time and wrote so many books. Why? They want to help the whole mankind, all the society. And they used to run these so many. Srila Jiva Goswami is in charge for this whole Vrajabhumi here. In the Vrindavan, so much land is under him. And he was organizing and he was conducting such organization. And not only he is writing books, but he is also under Akbar, he was working. That means with him, he was working. So dealing all these issues. So that's why devotees also should learn this, how to organize, and so that how to promote this Krishna consciousness in the society and what things are needed. And that kind of dynamic planning should be done. So next, Ante, in the final, Ante means for the devastation who? Tu adharma hara manyu vasha asuradhyaha. So Lord Shiva is manifesting to do the annihilation. So like this, we are seeing in this 3 kinds of the avatars, guna avatars. In the yesterday Bhakti Sandarbha class, we are discussing. So what are that? So Lord's body, Vishnu, Brahma and Shiva. Vishnu's body is not out of Maya, Sattva-guna. Of course, he is the controller of Sattva-guna, but his body is not given by that Sattva-guna. Why? His body is not given by the Sattva-guna. What is the reason? What we discussed in the yesterday's class? Because Sattva-guna is Udasina, is a neutral. And another thing, it's neutral, and one more, that's why it cannot start any activity, and it cannot give anything. And one more thing is, Lord is Swamsha, that means Sakshat Parabrahmatvam is there. So Sakshat Parabrahmatvam cannot be given by the body, by anyone. Anyone cannot give body to the Sakshat Parabrahma. But if you come to the Brahmaji, in the case of Brahmaji, so he is the controller of the Rajoguna, and Rajoguna's nature is what? Rajoguna is always Vikshepatmakam. It is active and it is Vikshepatmakam and Upakaratvam. So this Rajoguna will give the body to the Jiva, that is, Brahma is a Jiva. And since he is being a Jiva, so that's why his body is given by this Rajoguna. And in the case of the Lord Shiva, so in this case of Lord Shiva, he is not Sakshat Parabrahma. That Tattvam, Shiva Tattvam is not directly the Swamsha. So it's not Sakshat Parabrahmatma is not there. So for him also, this Tamoguna gives, because it is the Avaranatmakam, and Apakaratvam is there in that. So it in that way, it is also active in the negative way. So this is going to give the body. So that's why Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma both are having the body which is having the, that means Sanyoga Sambandha, attached. They are attached. So they are influenced by these modes. But in the case of Lord Vishnu, his body is pure goodness, not by this Sattva-guna, and Sattva-guna is controlled by him from far distance. And yes, if you worship the Vishnu with Upadi, then you will get Dharmartha Kama, which are giving the pleasing to you. That means they're good. But if you worship Vishnu without Upadi, without considering him as a maintainer of this society, but if you see him as a Parabrahma, then what will happen? It will give liberation or bhakti, not liberation, bhakti. Okay, but if you come to the Brahmaji and Shiva, if you worship Brahma and Shiva with Upadis, then they will give Dharmartha Kama, but those are not auspicious. So they will give the suffering. So next, Brahma and Shiva, if you worship without desires, you will not get any. That means Without desire, without upadhi, without seeing their upadhi, if you worship them, and you don't get anything. Without desires and without upadhi, if you worship them, you don't get anything. And if you worship Brahma and Shiva as the part and parcel of the Paramatma, then you will get the, so yeah, moksha or the bhakti. Okay, this is the primary things we should remember. Come to the next shloka. Vishnor virya gananam katamorhatiha yah pardhavanyaphi kavirvirmamera jamsi चस्कम्बयस्वरः सास्खलता त्रिपुष्टम् यस्मात् त्रिसाम्य सदनादुरुकम्पयानम्. Okay, translation. Who can describe completely the prowess of Vishnu? Even the scientist who might have counted the particles of the atoms of the universe cannot do so, because it is he only who, in his form of Trivikrama, moved his leg effortlessly beyond the topmost planet Satyaloka up to the neutral state of the three modes of material nature, and all were moved. So now in this previous sloka we are seeing all these three, that means Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, they are all coming for the different purpose, and by seeing that sloka you are understanding these three are the equal. So they are all described at equal level. So that's why Jiva Goswami is writing here on this. Ata purva padye Vishnorapi maya vibhutitvena anyaihi samyam ashankya. That means Vishnu is also due to Maya only, because it is also what? This is the avatara, Maya Shakti avataraha. Avatars are how many types? Avatars are two types. One is due to Maya Shakti, another is due to Chit Shakti. Vishnu is due to Maya Shakti or the Chit Shakti? Maya Shakti or Chit Shakti? Maya Shakti or Chit Shakti? Huh? Vishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Vishnu, in that Vishnu is due to Maya Shakti or Chit Shakti? Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti. 1, 2. Maya Shakti, yes, 3. Online, on-site is 1. Okay. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Okay, that Vishnu I am saying. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, in that Vishnu is Maya Shakti or Shiv Shakti? Maya Shakti, okay. Nrsimha, Varaha, Kurma? Chit Shakti. Okay, yes, that is right answer. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, that Vishnu is also Maya Shakti. That means he is the Vishnu, is seen as what? He is the controller of Maya, Sattva Guna. Controller of Sattva Guna. He is a Sattva Guna Adhisthata. So in that way. So that means that avatara due to Maya. That's why here what is said? Ata purva padye Vishnorapi Maya vibhutitvena. He is also vibhuti of Maya. But what is the difference between these three? Difference between these three is said. So Shreyam Sitatra Kalu Sattvatano Nunam Syuhu. What is that? But out of these three, of course, the three is from the Maya Shakti only. Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. But there is a difference also is there among these three. After understanding of, still confidence is not there. Maya Shakti or Chit Shakti? Maya Shakti or Chit Shakti? Shreyam Sitatra Kalu Sattva Taranoha Nunam Syuhu. So that means out of these three, of course, these three due to Maya, but in that Vishnu is only the auspicious, because, so that is the reason we explained. So, Okay, is it clear? Yes. Hmm?
But the body of Lord Vishnu is not made of Maya. So how to again grasp this idea? So although he's due to Maya Shakti, but his body is not made of Maya, is not made
He is
of...
not, yeah, because the Vishnu means what here is a controller of the Sattva Guna. So he is, that's why the details are discussed later. That means Sukadeva Goswami, Saraswata Goswami himself is saying, Shreyans Gatukal Sattvatanadu Namsihu. Of course, he is this Maya Shakti. Due to Maya Shakti, this avatara is there. So Purusha avatara means what is prominent? Maya. And that is Garbhodaksa Vishnu is also. So there in that avatara, Maya is prominent. And with that, so we are getting this Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. So what is the difficulty in this? I am not understanding. We are not saying that Vishnu's form is due to Maya. This avatara comes under as the vibhuti of the Maya. Yes.
Yes, can you say what is the correct terminology if we are explaining this to general audience, or especially to devotees?
General audience, we should not explain this.
Not general audience, I mean the devotees. So should we say the Purusha avatars are with Maya because they are related to Maya as controller of Maya?
Yes.
That's why we say Maya Shakti, or we are saying that they are a product of Maya Shakti? Because
No, they are not
that's a
product.
lot of difference.
They are not product of the Maya Shakti. That is clear. So they are not product of the Maya Shakti. But there is that avatara is Guna avatara. That means is out of the modes. That means there is some portion of the Maya is also there. So along Vishnu, there is a Maya is there, but that is with the far distance. But in the case of Brahma, Maya is also there. So that means this Vibhinnamsha plus Rajoguna is equal to Brahma. But in the case of Vishnu also, so Swamsha plus Sattva-guna. But this Sattva-guna is not going to give body to that. So Vishnu means what? So that he is with the Sattva-guna. But that Sattva-guna is not in the Swarupa of him. It is a Tatastha Lakshana. And also Shiva is that Shiva Tattva plus Tamoguna. So that's a gunas are there. But if you come to the Nrsinga Vamana Kurma, there is no tinge of the Maya connection with that. It's a purely transcendental. Understood? Clear? No. So that's why what Jiva Goswami is saying in the last sloka we are seeing these all three are the Maya Vibhuti. Vishnu means Swamsha plus Sattva Guna, which is nothing but the Maya. Yes, Brahma means Vibhinnamsham plus Rajoguna and Shiva Tattvam plus Tamoguna. So that's why these avatars are due to Maya. Maya is prominent there. Maya is prominent. Vishnu's prominent activity is what? Is controlling. How he is doing? That is with his Sattva Guna only. So that's why. But if you come to the understanding of Matsya Varaha Kurma, they don't have any role to control the Maya or anything. No. Maintenance. No. No material purpose. Okay. So now to show that Vishnu is, of course, is a vibhuti of the Maya, but so he is separately is once again he is glorified in this sloka 40. So I will send this. Actually, that's why I made a picture for the online students. They will not be क्या हो गया मेरा फोन? कल का picture. I will send to others also. Maybe I don't know they can understand or not, but you see this file and maybe this photo. Online students I sent to all of you, and maybe it is useful for you. Yesterday in the Bhakti Sandarbha class, I was explaining that. Okay, now what Vishnu's glories are here is said like this: even if one is able to count all the particles of the earth, that person cannot count the glories of the Vishnu. And because he is touching by the in the form of Trivikrama, the outer layer, actually the top layer of the outside layer of the Brahmanda, the boundary of the Brahmanda, and that means even he can go beyond to that. He measured by his one pace of with one pace, so he measured the complete, so till the till the Satyaloka he measured. That means all this opulence, and after that he became stable by that. So stable means his leg went to that much height. That means he measured and that boundary came and he stopped himself. Means what we should understand, he is having such a capacity, even he can go beyond that. That means he is having this so much spiritual opulence also beyond that. So like this one should understand here. Jiva Goswami is writing like this: tad atarikta ananta parameshwara parama aishwaryam astyeva iti bhavaha. So see here, because it is he only who in his form of Trivikrama moved his leg effortlessly beyond the topmost planet, Satyaloka, up to the neutral state of the three modes of material nature. And all were moved. So from this we should understand that. And he is having such a capacity, even he can go outside and measure it. So that means he is having the more than this Aishwarya. So he is known as Trikrama because once his incarnation is okay. That's with his toe he made a hole through which the water of the causal ocean filters into the material sky, and the current is known as the sacred Ganges, which purifies the planets of the three worlds. In other words, no one is equal to the transcendently powerful Vishnu, who he is omnipotent, and no one is equal to or greater than him. Already we read Tripat Vibhuti and Ekapat Vibhuti. He is having the both, and both are unlimited. Tripat Vibhuti means Abhayam, Amritam, Abhayam, Kshemam. And Ekapat Vibhuti is Martyam. Next, Nantam Nantam Vidhamyahamami Munayograjaste. Maya balasya purushasya kuto varaye. Gayan gunan dasha shatanan adi deva. Sheshodhunapi samavasyati nasya param. Okay, Akshay Hari Prabhu.
Neither I nor all the sages born before you know fully the omnipotent personality of Godhead. So, what can others? who are born after us know about him. Even the first incarnation of Lord, namely Shesha, has not been able to reach the limit of such knowledge, although he is describing with the qualities of the Lord with 10,000 faces.
So here once again Brahmaji is repeating. So what is happening in this chapter? First Leela Avataras are explained, various Leela Avataras. After that, so three Gunavataras are explained, where in that, so Lord Vishnu and Brahma Shiva are all coming, are all the Vibhutis of the Maya. So they are Maya avatars. So they come avatars from the Maya. That we studied. And then after that, so we started showing the difference. Vishnu is not like Brahma and Shiva. So and his glories are innumerable. And now we are saying in this sloka, even the Ananta Shesha, and he is having the thousands of hoods, and from that he is singing, but still it is not covered. The Lord's glories are not covered. So neither I nor all sages born before you know fully the omnipotent personality of Godhead. No one can know. So what can others who are born after us? So now people who are taking birth, how they can come to know? You and me, that is. So how we can come to know? Even the first incarnation of the Lord, namely Shesha, that is first is from Lord. What is coming first? That is Balaram. That is a Sankarshan Vyuha. That's a Adishesha. Namely Shesha has not been able to reach the limit of such knowledge. Although he is describing the qualities of the Lord with 10,100 faces. He is having 10,100 faces. That means 10,100 means 1,000. 1,000 faces he is glorifying from the beginning. But still it is not. We are feeling very difficult to finish the Bhagavatam. Feeling so suffocated. कब खत्म होगा घर जाके रूम जाके सो जाऊं. When it will be finished. So Venugopal is eating my brain. Everyone will be thinking like this. We don't want to see his face. All the day he is. But what? That's prarabdha. You have that kind of prarabdha. That is your prarabdha is like that. What should I do? It's not in my hand, actually. In some life there is a connection. That's why you came here. Whatever torture you are getting, that is a result of your past activities, not. Yeah. Huh?
Should not identify the perpetrator.
Okay, now here Jiva Goswami is saying, we will be seeing from here onwards all the Jiva Goswami commentary. So tatra mayika amayikatvena ubhaya vidanam api viryanam anantyamaha. That means Vishnu with Maya, Vishnu, that means Krishna without the, that means Maya Shakti, that is a Chit Shakti, Lila Avataras. And Vishnu with Maya means Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. So all these avatars are having innumerable qualities. Both are innumerable. And those cannot be covered by anyone. Anyone cannot come to the final limit. Anantyamaha, by this sloka. Okay. The omnipotent purport, the omnipotent personality of the Godhead has primarily three potential manifestations, namely internal, external, and marginal potencies. With unlimited expansions of these three energies, as such, the potential expansions can never be calculated by anyone, because even the personality of Godhead himself, as the incarnation of Sesha, cannot estimate the potency. We also in the previous section, what we read in the sixth chapter, you read that in the last Brahmaji, what he's saying? Vishnu himself, Lord himself doesn't know the limit of his glories. Yes or no? Brahmaji was saying, hey Narad, I myself, because after explaining the Tripad Vibhuti and Ekapat Vibhuti, what Brahmaji was saying. So then he was explaining about the how to get the ingredients for the worshipping Vishnu. Then after that he is saying, finally, so it is not so easy to estimate the Aishwarya of the glories of the Lord. It's impossible. Even I don't know. And even nobody know. There also he said, and even Lord himself doesn't know that many, his expansion, his Shakti is having those many manifestations. Those in those way it is manifesting, though many unlimited qualities is having. So then that's finally, so what should we do? We should do only Shravanam Kirtanam. There he said, finally what one should do. Then if you don't know, if you cannot come to know, and also he said, one cannot know one can know him. What is the sloka number? One can know him in the form of Brahman, but one cannot know him so qualities. I gave the question also, and if you forget, then that is your problem. I gave a question, so it is possible to know the Brahman, but not possible to know the qualities of the Lord. And give the two examples, right? So and also I said answer also I said, and if you don't remember, so that's why you should do abhyas. And now itself after 2 days you forgot, then what will happen now? So sloka number 41. Rishaya vidanti munayah prashantam. So satyam vishuddham kevalam gnanam. This form they know. So and but 38 sloka is saying yasyavatara karmani gayanti asmadadayah nayam vindanti tatvena tasmai bhagavate namaha. So that's Prabhupada also says, though he can hardly be fully known as he is. In the 38th sloka, 6th chapter, 38th and in 40, he is saying 38th, one cannot know the Saguna form's qualities. Nobody can know. And but the Nirguna form, one can know easily. That is 41. And now, in the same way, in the 10th canto also is saying, 10th canto, 14th chapter. If you remember, it's good. Sloka number 2 and 6. And now here also is saying same thing. Even Adishesha, he is having 1,000 heads from the beginning. He keep on chanting till now. He didn't come to the end. So then what this syllabus? Vasudev so Vas Maharaj. Actually, so Srila Vasudev is so compassionate for us. And out of those millions and millions and millions of glories, so few glories he compiled for you in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam and gave. Because so these Kali Yuga brains are very minute and insignificant and very difficult. Mandaha sumanda matayo mandabhagya hyupadrataha. So that's why, so he compiled very little portion for us. So that by reading that also you'll get complete benefit. Yes, Ujjwala? Sleeping by sitting. Some students they see but they sleep. Background sleep. With open eyes. Okay. Next. Yesham sa yesha bhagavan dayayedananta sarvatmanasrita pado yedi nirvyalikam te dustaramati taranti cha deva mayam naisamamahamithi dhi swashugala bhakshe. Translation by Radha Govardhan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
But anyone who is specifically favored by the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, due to unalloyed surrender unto the service of the Lord, can overcome the insurmountable ocean of illusion and can understand the Lord. But those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten at the end by dogs and jackals, cannot do so.
Thank you. So then who will come to know? Who will come to know the Lord? That means nobody can come to know, we heard. But Yesham sa yesha Bhagavan dayayet. Dayayet. What is the important point in this? Underline that. Dayayet. Dayayet. Dayayet means, so on whom Krishna, Lord, bestowed his mercy, and those people can cross over this Maya. Those people cannot know the complete glories of the Lord. Lord himself doesn't know, then what he can do? He cannot make you to know him completely. That's why nobody can come to know him. So that doesn't mean that nobody can come to know him. So that means nobody cannot surpass this Maya. They should be always like this in this material world only. No. If he gives mercy on you, then you can go back. Then you can cross this Maya. Dustaram Deva Mayam Atitaranti. Atitaranti means they cross. But Esham Mama Ahamiti Dihi Swashrugala Bhakshe. But whoever is thinking this is mine and this is me, then their body is always, again and again, their body is eaten by jackals and dogs. But those who are attached to this body, which is meant to be eaten at the end by dogs and jackals, can't do so. So who are attached to this material world, they cannot cross this. Then how to get this daya, the mercy of the Lord? By the, so this daya is there in the womb of, in the Tattva Sandarbha what we read. Mercy of the Lord is there in the womb of sadhana bhakti. You should do the sadhana. By doing the sadhana, you will get the mercy of the Lord. And also I said, Lord cannot be achieved by any process. It is not the, what is that, four things? Utpatti, Prapti, Vikaraha, Samskara. In this, by these process, these four process, you cannot get. Utpatti, Prapti, Vikruti, not Vikara, Vikruti. Vikruti, Vikara is okay, it's the same. Vikruti. Utpatti, Prapti, Vikruti. Yeah. Prapti is the gold medal. So, Nanu Mayika Viryanamapi Anantatvat Uttaranam Katam Sambhavet. Now Purpakshi's question. So what Lord's glories, material glories also unlimited, material manifestation. Ekapad Vibhuti is also unlimited. Tripad Vibhuti is also unlimited. Then Ekapad Vibhuti is also unlimited. Then how can you cross this then? Ekapad Vibhuti should cross, na? Martyam. So to cross this, it is also unlimited. Then that means every day you will be finding different types of pleasure and pain. This Ekapad Vibhuti is designed such a way, if it is only limited, 10 pleasures are there, and I experienced the 10 pleasures and finished, and I don't want anything, finished. And material happiness I don't want, and I will go for another thing. Like that, can you come to the conclusion? No. Ekapad Vibhuti is also unlimitedly expanded. So many products. Every day new products is coming in the market to attract you. So many versions, so many facilities, so many this, that. So that's why Ekapath Vibhuti is also, since his Ekapath Vibhuti is also unlimited. So then how to cross? How to cross this? There is only solution is his mercy. If you get his mercy, then you can cross. Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhya na Medhaya na Bhudha Shrutena. So you cannot achieve the Lord by the Pravachanena, by so-called discussions, by discussing about the Lord. Can you discussion is so-called discussions, materialistic way of discussion. Labhya na Medhaya na Bahuda Shrutena. But Yamai Vesha Vrunate Tena Labhya Tasesha Atma Vivrunate Tanum Swam. Shruti is saying, Yam Eva Eshaha Vrunate, whom he selects, Tena Labhya, he is attained by them. So Lord should select you, then you can get him. If Lord doesn't select, then no. It's from the Vishwanath. It's an Upanishad statement, but it is given in the Vishwanath's commentary. Question, yes.
Here, in someone, one who Lord selects, is that Lord is just a partial, but it is said that Lord doesn't have partiality. And so how to understand? Just like Lord is a nirpech, even the Lord doesn't give bhakti also, his bhakti directly, that is given by devotee.
Yes.
But here said, one who selects, Lord selects, then how
Yes.
to understand? Can you please explain?
Lord gives mercy means Lord only is giving, but mercy is owner is who? That is bhakti. That who is the owner of that? That is Lord only. But that is coming through this sadhu. So through that only. But ultimately the owner is Lord only, na? But he is just transferring that.
Thing Lord is going to select. Everybody is doing sadhana,
Yes,
pravachan, everything,
Yeah.
and everybody doing. But there is no like that. He has done tapasya, he has done study, all things. So he
Yeah.
can claim. That
Yes.
means ultimate Lord's will. That's
Yes.
so. When question comes Lord's will, so Lord is showing someone mercy.
Yes.
So that means he's doing a partiality, but it's
No
not appears.
partiality.
So
How to, can you show any reason, any one case? Because that is his will actually. So he is having independence actually. Lord is not bounded by any rules and regulations. So I did sadhana bhakti, I did another vritti, then you should come to me. No. That means evam sada tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhadesya cheta yeterana vidyam sitam satya prasidati. Next, भगवत तत्व विज्ञान मुक्त संघ से जायते उसके पहले व्हाट इज दैट एवन्न परस्मृतन मनसो भगवत भक्ति योगता. That means even after cleaning the entire heart he is not appearing. Then if you continue your bhakti, so if he is desiring, and he may come, and that is his full freedom. So that we should accept, that is he is supreme, that establishing that he is supreme and we are inferior. If you want to give, you give, otherwise okay. We should become humble. We cannot question him, why you are not giving, you are showing partial. Then you wait even more time. Because no one can force him to give, and he is also not forcing you, na? You should do my bhakti, he is not saying. If you do bhakti, you will come out from this. Hey Arjun, so this is the process. Yathechasi tatha kuru. Arjun, I said everything. This is good, this is good, this is I like it. And finally, yathechasi tathakur, whatever you want, you do. I am not forcing. And similarly, the mercy point comes, then finally after doing this, so if I like, then I will give. So that's why we always try to impress him. How can I impress? How
Right?
can I impress?
Lord is more eager to take us
Yeah,
to
he's
spiritual
more eager.
world.
Yeah.
That means one sense he is eager to take us,
Yeah.
and one sense whether he select.
Yeah.
That means he's eager. That means he's going to select. Is going to select. That
Yes,
is
yes. He wants to relish. In selection also, he is having the relishment. He is putting his own criterias for this candidate. So if he comes like this, then I will take. That means he will take this some different rasa from him. Yeah, it is actually merit of the Lord only, because so that shows his independence. So our Lord is not dependent by any process, is not restricted by any process, he is fully independent of any rules and regulations, any procedure. And such a independent Lord is selecting you, means then you should understand, wow. So better is we have to try more and more to, so that he can select us. So that's why now the unalloyed devotees of the Lord know the glories of the Lord, in the sense that they can understand how great the Lord is and how great is his expansions of diverse energy. Those who are attached to the perishable body can hardly enter into the realm of science of Godhead. Okay, here one more point I want to tell from the Srila Jiva Goswami's commentary. So he is saying from the 40. So मायिक वीर्याणाम आत्यंतिक ज्ञान अभावे कथम लोका निस्तरे इत्याशंक येषामिति यद्वा तस्मात् तज्ज्ञानेन आग्रहं परित्यज्य शुद्ध भावेन भजेत एव इत्याह येषामिति. So that means in the previous sloka, what you are understanding from the 41, even Lord Shesha is not able to come to the end of his glories by glorifying him by 1,000 mouths. So then what you should understand, so knowing him completely is not possible. That's why instead of going for the trying for the knowing all his glories, what is this quality and what is that quality and how he is behaving like that, so instead of going for that, so best is what? Shuddha bhavena. So that means with pure mood, so one should worship him. That is the best, and worship him and try to get his mercy and come out. So just come out from this material world, material clutches. That is the best. We cannot come and we cannot just figure out and we cannot memorize all the glories of the Lord. And memorize and knowing is not good. That's not the right way. Best is with pure devotion, surrender to him and glorify him, but do the bhajan to him. Chakarad anantatvenaiva jananti cha. Okay, next 43 to 45. Vedahamanga paramasya hi yoga mayam yoyam bhavascha bhagavan tadhaitya varyaha पत्नी मनो सच मनुश्च तदात्मजाश्च प्राचीन बर्हिर्रिपुरंग उत ध्रुवश्च इक्ष्वाकुरैलमुचुकुंद विदेह गाधी रग्वंबरेश सगरा गयनाहुषाद्या मान्धात्रलर्कशतधन्वनुरन्ति देवा देवव्रतो बलिरमूर्तिरयो दिलीपः सौभर्तु शङ्खशिबिदेवलपिप्पलाद सारस्वतोद्धव पराशर भूरिषेणा येन्ये विभीषण हनुमत् उपेन्द्र दत्ता पार्थार्ष्टिशेण विदुरश्रुत देववर्या Translation, I will read. O Narada, although the potencies of the Lord are unknowable and immeasurable, still, because we are all surrendered souls, we know how he acts through Yogamaya potencies. And similarly, the potencies of the Lord are also known to the all-powerful Shiva, the great king of the atheist family, namely Prahlad Maharaj, Swayambhu Manu, his wife Shatarupa, his sons and daughters like Privrata, Uttanapada, Akuti, Devahuti, and Prasuti, Prachina Barhi, Ribhu, Anga, the father of Vena, Maharaj Dhruva, Ikshwaku, Aila, Muchkunda, Maharaj Janaka, Gadhi, Raghu, Ambharisha, Sagara, Gaya, Nahusha, Mandata, Alarka, Shatadhanvi, Anu, Rantideva, Bhishma, Bali, Amurtaraya, Dilipa, Shaubhari, Utanka, Shibhi, Devala, Pippalada, Saraswata, Uddhava, Parashara, Bhurishena, Vibhishana, Hanuman, Sukadeva Goswami, Arjun, Aristishena, Vidura, Srutadeva. Your name is there or not? Your name is not there. Etc. में आपका name भी आ जाए. Your name also will come. Topoma, your name is there. Etc. So Ahadayaha is said. That means you are also there in that. Or if it is not there, then try for that. So one thing is try for exams and another is try for this also in the list. So these are all the various devotees who surrendered to the Lord and they understood some portion of the Lord's energies, how they act. Those are the things. Okay. So here, what can the scientist hope to know of the spiritual potency of the Lord by such material efforts? Mental speculations by adding some dozens of ifs and maybes can aid the advancement of knowledge. On the contrary, such mental speculations will only end in despair by dismissing the case abruptly and declaring the non-existence of the God. So these scientists, if you see their proposals, all the time they're starting their philosophy. Let us suppose, maybe, so for like that, if this kind of things they take and so they start giving their own theory. So many theories for the atomic structure also. Rutherford, Niels Bohr, and after that, many theorems, many different kinds of the siddhantas, different kinds of the explanations for one phenomena in this nature. They have different opinion and also it is not clear. And see, but what here Brahma is saying, knowing the Lord's glories, even material manifestation, material Aishwarya is not possible, then the scientist with their teeny little brain, with these ifs and don'ts and maybes, by this, So they are trying to understand where will they reach. They cannot at all, they cannot know. But why people are all believing them? What is the reason? Tell me. Why people are all following these modern scientists? Where is the main problem? Why this is we are seeing from the many days, this is the truth, this is the truth, but 99.99% of society is following them only. What is the reason? Everyone quickly. Yes, he took.
Because they have no spiritual knowledge, basically.
Why people are following that? I am asking. You are saying no spiritual knowledge. Yes, tell me, Prabhu.
Well, they're following because in the past, also in Kali Yuga, the religious people have been also cheating, and they didn't produce much things to evolve the world. But scientists, to certain level, they give some results, so people have faith because they can see that they can do something,
Yes.
but they cannot see a spiritualist doing something.
Yes.
Uh,
So that means your point is scientists, they can do the research and they can give the solutions for their problems. That's why society is believing them. Yes.
Yeah, they also they report, the
Yeah.
results. So there's some faith that people has.
Yes. People
in
have
them.
faith. Because of this, they have faith. Okay. Yes. What is your point?
Yeah, Prabhupada says that because they are being cheated because they want to be cheated. Because they want to
Who want?
all the people in general, they have want to have sense gratification. They want to be cheated. That's why they have a cheater in the form of scientist or false gurus.
Okay. Jai Gopinath Prabhu, online.
Correct.
Yeah.
It is because the scientists are gratifying the senses. That means they can also see some immediate effects. Like if we can see when the allopathy, okay, if I put this drug immediately tomorrow, my fever is over. So they don't, or they cannot see a long distance of what will be the effect of this or the drawbacks of this, but they want the immediate instant results. That is the nature of this period of Kali Yuga. So people believe those scientists who gives that immediate.
Yeah. So yeah, you want to say, Prabhu? Yeah.
So as we discussed also 2 days ago, that is bhakti. Bhakti is how one should follow four relative principle. Although bhakti is independent, the conclusion answer was that because the shraddha, sad buddhi on the sadguru and shastra will not arise.
Yes.
That's why. So reason is that also that subtle reason is here.
Because of sinful tendencies of the people.
People are sinful. So their shraddha we are hearing again. So is not able to develop. But to the degree purification of heart will develop, then naturally shraddha will develop.
Yes.
Just like bhakti, devotee have more shraddha, they are developing shraddha comparatively. And they are, now all of us are faith on scientists and scientific advancements reducing comparatively. So why? Because purification heart take place. So the reason is, main reason is that. A second reason also that because they are giving sense gratification and helping because we are worldly conscious and we are after sense gratification. We are after immediate results. We are not prayers like that.
Yes. So the main thing is, very nicely all said. So the point is scientists, because they are giving the solutions for their immediate problems. So now they have so much heart. Okay, they gave the AC for you and you will feel happy. And after that you have some other problem. So he will give immediately some solution. So all the problems, whatever you are getting materially, so they are investigating what are your problems and they are doing research and giving the solutions. So then what will happen? So you will be thinking that, so he is my master and I will follow him and he will definitely solve all my problems. In future, any problem comes, definitely these people will have some solution. So like this, so what is happening? So they are attracting us with their research work and with their new products for us. Then how to stop this? then what is that? So then these people are blindly following them because they are giving. Then that's why millions and trillions of people, all the millions only, not trillion. So how many billions are there? 7 billion. 7 billions of people, almost all, they are following them. And they developed faith on them. So the people are gross, actually. They are in the gross level. And now how to bring them to the pious, and yes, Prabhuji is saying, till the time you have the contamination in the heart, you cannot get any Shraddha in the Shastra and the Guru. So that is obvious actually. Then how to bring them to this pious life so that they can have Shraddha on the Shastra and the Guru, and so that they can live that life? What is the solution?
To create Sukrit in their lives.
How?
Somehow that they come to Krishna consciousness, they become favorable, and whatever degree they can accept, they can come closer. Sanmukta, that Vimukta is there, no?
Then how to do that?
Sanmukta towards Krishna consciousness, Guru Sadhu Shastra.
Yeah. Jai Gopinath. So by preaching, definitely. By preaching, and also, you see, the tendency of Jiva is what? Now they have immediate problems and they want solutions. And now scientists is keep on giving the solutions and they are feeling it's better. But some people also realizing their solutions are really materially also is increasing the more problems. Slowly it is increasing. But in this period of time, you see the example. Previously, the weather is not this much hot. And now, so what will happen if you, in this period of time, if you able to give to them a peaceful life, if you have such a community where if you demonstrate, so life is so peaceful and so happy, and you can peacefully live with us and sufficiently eat, and you can have the full security for your life, and you'll get the full education here, and you can get the higher happiness. And that kind of, and there is no sinful life, and there is no harm, and there is no cheating for you. And if you are able to give such a life for them, then what will happen? And if you show that parallelly, you show the lifestyle is very nice this here, and in this community, I am very secure, and all my problems will be solved. And if you are able to give this, then what will happen? Millions of people will come and hundreds of people will come and join. Yes or no? So that's why Prabhupada, every idea of the Prabhupada is actually is very important. Books are important, temples are important, initiation is important, community is also important. But so then if you create if you demonstrate such a life where there is a very peaceful life and secure life, everyone wants first of all. So since we are in the bodily consciousness, nice food, nice shelter, clothes, and security for the good health. Good health. These are the basic things. Why people are very much attracted by them. But we are also, any intelligent person is understanding their solutions are wrong, but still they are following. So if you have the very nice mud house, and we do need these ACs, which increase the chlorofluorocarbons and which will deplete the ozone layer, and after that it will give the more and more cancer. We know this. But now to time being, you want to have this and use it. And what? So you are not able to, of course you are saying scientists, in this purport we are seeing what? These scientists are fools. And they cannot come to know by their proposition, if and maybe. And whatever invented by them, we have to use, we are using fully. And so, of course, for the devotion we are using. But slowly, if you develop in the people such a way, so we have full alternative for them. And we are able to give the sustainable life for you. So slowly, if there is a transition is needed, but with that transition period, if you develop this by that time, so their systems very soon quickly fall down, and you can stand up. You are, if you start working, then your systems will flourish. So this is also necessary. Actually, it is also one kind of preaching. Actually, it is also preaching, practical life. If you demonstrate, now people after coming the devotion also in temples, we don't feel security. After getting the diseases, nobody is caring, and people are living brahmachari life and going. What is this? For the brahmacharis, we don't have security. Then what about the whole society? Where you want to keep whole society? You want to make whole society into devotees. Then how will you organize them? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, we say every time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted every village and town. What is that sloka? Praditya Acharya Nagara Adigram Sarvatra Prachara Hoy Mera Nam. So in all the places his name has to be propagated. Then how those will be organized? How they can continue their bhakti? How to, so that their pious life should be maintained, and so that they can have shraddha in the Guru and the Shastra. They should not leave the bhakti in between. So that's why we have big work actually. If you think in deeply, we have unlimited service for us, everyone. That's why why studying we are Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam will open the eyes, and it will help you to see the things as it is. And that is the purpose by this Bhagavad Gnan. So you should see the things in right way. So in the Upanishads, it is clearly said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead can never be known simply by working very hard and taxing the good brain, nor he can be known simply by mental speculation or jugglery of words. The Lord is knowable only by one who is a surrendered soul. That is only the solution. See, this is in this, I don't know, the only one paragraph. If you go 6 lines above from the down, then you'll understand, you will get that. Lord is knowable only by one who is a surrendered soul. Here in Brahmaji, the greatest of all material living beings acknowledges this truth. Therefore, the fruitless spoiling of energy by pursuing the path of experimental knowledge must be given up. This experimental knowledge, science is experimental knowledge that should be given up, and one should accept this Vedic knowledge, authentic knowledge. So one should gain knowledge by surrendering unto the Lord and by acknowledging the authority of the persons mentioned here. So that's why we should try to bring the people from the mode of ignorance and passion, so that they can get some faith. Okay, next. Te vai vidantyati taranti cha deva mayam Stri Shudrahuna Shabara api papa jiva Yad yad bhutakrama parayana sela sikshas Tiryak jana api kimusruti dharanaye. Translation: surrendered souls, even from groups leading sinful lives, such as women, the labor class, the mountaineers and Siberians, or even the birds and beasts, can also know about the signs of Godhead and become liberated from the clutches of the illusory energy by surrendering unto the pure devotees of the Lord and by following in their footsteps in devotional service. So here in the previous sloka, we came to know all these great people. They came to know. They are all kings and big rishis. Now in this 46, we are seeing that not only those, even the sinful who are taking birth in the sinful yonis, they can also come to know. They can also. Te vai vidanti atitaranti cha devamayam. they can also know him and they can also surpass this Devamaya. Who Papa Jivaha, Stri Shudra Huna Shabaraha. They are all sinful people. They are taking birth in the sinful yonis. How Yad Bhutakrama Parayana Sela Siksha. How they can come to know? How they can cross this Maya? By getting the Siksha. Parayana Sela Siksha. Adbhuta Krama Parayana Sela Siksha. What is the meaning? How it is translated? Time is Array. I'm seeing just commentary. कहाँ पढ़ा मैं? ठीक है. Somewhere I read something, but I forgot. Okay, next come to this purport. Even these people come to know by surrendering to the Lord, or the otherwise one whose acts are so wonderful, those who are devotees behavior, they are trained as devotees, then they can also come out by surrendering unto the pure devotees. So here Prabhupada is writing very important purport. A sinful soul cannot approach the Lord directly. If you see the first paragraph from the down, if you go 5 lines above, a sinful soul cannot approach the Lord directly. But such a sinful man can very easily approach a pure devotee of the Lord. And if one agrees to put himself under the guidance of such a devotee of the Lord, he can also understand the science of God and can also become like a transcendental pure devotee of the Lord and thus get his liberation, go back to Godhead, back home for eternal happiness. How sinful, write a question. How a sinful soul can go back to home, back to Godhead? How a sinful soul can go back home, can go back to Godhead, back home? Okay? You have to write this. A sinful soul cannot approach. Question? Yeah. 3.
So, when do you use the word Papa Yoni?
Huh?
At one point, do you mention Papa Yoni or Papa Jiva?
Papa Yoni.
Papa Yoni.
Yeah.
Because can you explain that in terms of women also street? When we say that we come or whoever comes from a Papa Yoni, it means a womb that is sinful. That is the meaning?
Papa Yoni means that body. Yoni means body.
Yoni is body,
Yeah.
just body.
Yeah.
That's-
Yoni means cause, otherwise you can take. Sin is the cause for his birth. So that means if you got the lower birth, that means you have the more sin.
Because I want to know what the
Yoni means cause.
what the scripture said about Stri, when they mention women in this category, like in this verse, that people who cannot, they have more difficulty knowing the Lord, what do they really mean by Stri? Is really women, or is a particular class of women? Like we have Shudras,
Yes.
Huna, Savara, because I mean, even the great Mahatmas, they come from women. I mean, they are born from ladies.
So actually, yeah, Prabhu. Like you see animals, cow is there and dog is there. Both are not equal, na? Cow and dog. If you see uh, their consciousness, based upon the consciousness, you can discriminate. And also not only consciousness, and also the facilities. So in this way, if you see the male body relative to the female body, it is a more advanced. Advanced means, you can say in this way, physical strength is more, definitely, and also the caliber, actually caliber in both ways, physically and mentally, is more strong. Mentally also men are more strong. So like this, based upon these features, material features, so we will be seeing the difference between these species. But bhakti can be done by any species, in any, he is in the any body, but he can do bhakti. That is possible. But that's why here it is said, just by approaching the guru, is in that a pure devotee, he can be get that training actually, and it's very easy, which is not a difficult. Susukam kartumavya, and they can also get the success. And he is encouraging, Brahmaji encouraging everyone. So that's why he is not discouraging this. Anyone who is taking birth in the woman body, they are not discouraged. But definitely, so Prabhupada also says, so if you artificially we make woman as police, and can you send her at night time 12 o'clock patrolling duty alone? Can she go? She cannot go. It's not possible actually. Maybe, I don't know, in Western countries they go, na? Yeah. 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 No night duty actually. And really, that's we are trying to artificially trying to fill that means try to equate them. But actually, if you see naturally, so they have tendency of being protected actually. Instead of giving protection, they want protection actually. They have that kind of mood, and that's natural actually. But because of the culture and society, slowly artificiality is coming actually in the people's nature also. They are losing their original nature. So because they are not living in the natural environment. If you live in a natural environment, then automatically their natural qualities will manifest. But in an abnormal and unnatural environment, if you stay, then all these things will come out. But naturally, without any weapons, and if you compare only physical strength, so can they protect themselves? It's very difficult. Their body structure is very different actually, and it is very delicate compared to the man. And also, body strength is different, then physical strength is different, then mental strength also is different. It's obvious. That is also out of matter. This is also out of matter. So like this, differences are there. Definitely there are differences. And also, they have to give birth. A man will not give birth, na? So if we try to equate, so then whatever man does, woman will do, and whatever woman does, man will do. So then can we equate? Can we have man have pregnancy and carry the child? Is it possible? No. And we have all the ties in the many countries. We have special protection for the women. If they are equal, then why there is a special rules and special reservations for them? and special compartment and anything there is, and we are also having the special, so they are pregnant and they are have to give in protection and so many things. Then why, if everything is equal, then there should not be. So we are trying to artificially make equate actually everything. Then we should accept, yeah, so that is their natural situation. Then what to do? Yeah, what to do, we are also saying what to do. So they are, that's a different. Why don't we accept that? Yes, they have pregnancy, they should be protected. They cannot be, you cannot call them for the working hours. So now she got the 9 months of the pregnancy. So can you demand her also do and come? You are equal to man, so you should come and work. Can anyone say? Even Western countries also, corporate rules. But why you are especially designing everything is equal? Then everything is, let them work everything equal. But you are considering na, that difference you are considering na, that means you should consider naturally everything. Then you cannot absolutely equate na. So then why we have to artificially equate that? So that's why Prabhupada says many places that difference is there clearly. But see, our Brahmaji is saying they have full opportunities to become full pure devotee. That is the final thing. In this way, they are also given full privilege. So that's why they are equal in this level. Since everyone is qualified to bhakti, so in this point, based upon this point, everyone is equal. But not on the physical level, on the mental level. Next, 47. Shashvat prasantam bhayam pratibodha matram Shuddham samam sadasatah paramatma tattvam Shabdo nayatra purukara kavan kriyartho Maya paraityabhimuke cha vilajjamana Tadvai padam bhagavatah paramasya pumso Brahmeti yad vidurajasra sukam vishokam. Translation. What is realized as the absolute Brahman is full of unlimited bliss without grief. That is certainly the ultimate phase of supreme enjoyer, the personality of Godhead. He is eternally void of all disturbances and fearless. He is complete consciousness as opposed to matter. He uncontaminated and without distinctions. He is the principal primeval cause of causes and effects, in whom there is no sacrifice for fruitive activities and in whom the illusory energy doesn't stand. So now in this sloka, Brahman is glorified. That means Lord is glorified in the form of Brahman. So that is the initial gnana, initial experience. So any object if you see, so you are seeing this mobile. If you see this mobile, first you will be getting the Nirvikalpa gnana. Then after that, Savikalpa gnana. Within the first moment, maybe microsecond. So first, what you will be seeing? This idamasti, something. And then after that, you keep on seeing the various features of this object. So that's why that sign, and Nayayikas also accept, Vedantis also they accept. Nirvikalpa gnana will be the beginning, it will happen when you see the object. Then next is Savikalpa gnanam. So here also said, Bhagavad Swarupam Visheshyakarena Visheshyakara. Visheshana, Visheshyam and Visishtam. Bhagavan is the Vishishtam and Visheshyam is the Brahman and Visheshnas are the Shaktis. Shaktis are the Visheshana. Visheshyam is what? Visheshyam is Brahman, Chit, and Vishishtam is Bhagavan. So here Jiva Goswami says, Ayamardha sarvataha bruhattamatvad brahma yeti यद्विहु तत्कलु परमस्य पुंसो भगवतः पदमेव निर्विकल्पकतया साक्षात्कृतेः प्राथमिकत्वात्. So what is Brahman? What is the basic definition of Brahman? Sarvatah Bruhattamatvat Brahma. The one which is bigger than everything is known as Brahman. Definition of Brahman means the one which is bigger than everything. That is Brahman. So who is that? That is Tatkalu. That is Lord's abode. Bhagavatah Padam. Brahman is nothing but the Lord's abode. Bhagavatah Padam. And that is Nirvikalpakataya Sakshat Kurtehe Pradamidikatvat Brahmanascha Bhagavatah Eva Nirvikalpaka Satta Rupatvat Vichitra Rupa the Vikalpa Vishesha Vishishtasya Bhagavatah tu Sakshat Kurtehe Tad Anantarajatvat Tadiya Swarupa Bhutam Tad Brahma Tad Sakshatkaraspradam Bhavati Ityartha. The Lord's abode is the, that's why so Brahmano Pratishtaham. So Lord is the shelter for the Brahman also. So Brahman is, you will be seeing in the Bhagavad Sandarbha also in upcoming sections, you will be seeing that it is the effulgence of the Lord also you can take, or otherwise without seeing the qualities of the Lord, then you will be taking that as Brahman. And the Lord is Vibhu. Krishna is all pervasive. In his beautiful form, he is all pervasive. It's not that he is only in the Vaikunta or the Goloka. He is there everywhere. And that Krishna, without, if you see the features, without his qualities, if you see, then that is Brahman. So Nirvikalpaka, so Rupam. And Bhagavan is what? So that is having the various innumerable qualities, and those are seen, then that is known as Bhagavan. So here in this said, what is that? Ajastra Sukham means iti cha jadasya dukkasya cha dukkha pratiyogitaya pratiyate yadvastu yacha nityam tadekam rupam tadrupam iti. So here in this sloka what is said, one sloka, every point is explained here. First point is Ajastra Sukham. Ajastra Sukham. Kram Sandarbha. Ajastra Sukham means what? Nirvikalpa Brahmana tasya Swarupa Lakshana. In this sloka, what is explained? Nirvikalpa Brahma, which is the abode of the Lord. So its characteristics of the Nirvishesha Brahman is explained in this sloka. Okay, first point is the characteristics of the internal characteristics of the Nirvishesha Brahman are explained in this. In that, what are those? Shashvat, Prashantam, Abhayam, Pratibodha Matram, Shuddham, Samam, Sadata Param, Atma Tattvam, Shabdaha, Nayatra Purukarakavan, Kriyartho, Maya, Paretyavi Sukhecha, Vilajjamana. So these things, these are the various characteristics of the Brahman. First characteristics I am explaining. Ajastra Sukham. What it mean? What is the meaning of Ajastra Sukham? The negation of Jada and Dukkha is known as the object which is negation to the Jada and the Dukkham is known as Ajastra Sukham. Pratiyogite pratiyate advas. That means the object which is the negation. Pratiyogi. Like Ghata Bhav is there. Absence of Ghata. What is the Pratiyogi for this? Presence of Ghata. So Dukkham is there. What is the negation of the Dukkham? What is the negation of the dukkham? Presence of sukham or the absence of the dukkham? What is the negation of dukkham? I am saying pratyogita means negation. So what I said, so if you take the absence of pot, so what is the negation to that? Pratyogi is what? Pratyogi is what? Presence of ghata. So similarly now I am saying dukkham is there, sorrow. So what is the pratyogi for that? Absence of dukkham. Presence of dukkham is there. Yeah, that's the twisting actually. So dukkham is there, then what is the pratyogi for that? Absence of. And jada is there, and what is the pratyogi for that? Absence of jada. That is the vastu which is like this, which is having the characteristics, and that is negation to the dukkham, and that is negation to the pratyogi to the otherwise negation or pratyogi to the jada is known as Brahman. What is Brahman? That is the negation of the dukkham. That's why Brahman state is nothing but simply the absence of miseries. So, but real pleasure is there in the Bhagavan actually. Raso Vaisaha. That's not, Brahman is not is the ultimate. Okay, next. Yadvastuhu yacha nityam. Then that is also what? Nityam. Nityam means tad eka rupam. And it is not having any changes in it. Eka rupam. Then that is known as Brahman. Everyone clear? Understood? Next, Atma Tattvam. Atma Tattva means yatah Atma Tattvam sarvesham Atmanam moolam. That means in this sloka Atma Tattvam is there or not? What it mean? Param Atma Tattvam. Atma Tattvam means it is the cause for all the Atmas. Means swaprakasha rupataya nirupadi parama premaspadataya cha tadrupena pratiyate iti. Okay. Who is the cause for all the Atmas? That means all the Atma Tattvam, that means the cause for all the Atmas. Atma means what? Swaprakasha rupataya nirupadi parama premaspadataya cha tadrupena pratiyate. Every Atma is Swayam Prakasha. Like one candle, if you light it, another candle, it is also become light. Like that, every Atma is Swaprakasha. And also Nirupadi, Parama Premaspadataya. And also it is having the ability of loving. So in this way, it is also known as Atma. Atma is really is Bhagavan. But here other things also is known as Atma because they are also like that real one. They are also Swaprakasha and they are also lovable. That's why. So here now simply write Atma Tattva means who is the cause for all the Atmas. Next, Atatasya Sukarupasya Ajastratve Hetumaha. Now what we are saying, this Brahman is Ajastra Sukham. We said or not? What is the reason behind this? Because it is Shashvat, Prashantam, Nityam. Nityam eva Kshobharavitam Tadvat Abhayam Bhayasunyam Vishokam Shokarahitam cha. What are the reasons? You are saying this Brahman is Ajastra Sukham. Reasons are, one is, so since this object is a Shashvat means permanent. If this is a temporary object, can it be the Ajastra Sukham? That means it can you give the pleasure like your Your mobile is there. It is ajasra sukham? No, because it is temporary. Once it is broken, you will be getting the pain. Okay. So that's why if that object Brahman is giving the ultimate pleasure, it should be Shashwat. We are running out the time. So next, Prashantam. It is also what? Prashantam. Nityam. Nityam means Prashantam Nityameva. Means Shobharahitam. Shobharahitam. Tadvat Abhayam. It is Prashantam Nityam means you can, from these two, you can derive that it is Shobharahitam. Prashantam means no Kshobha. And after that, Abhayam. Abhayam means it is Bhayashunyam. Yes, no fear. And Bhayashunyam. बोलता हूँ. Next, Vishokam, that means Shokarahitam. These are the various reasons to say this is Ajasra Sukham. To say Brahman Ajasra Sukham, these are the reasons. And this is Sukharupam. Like if you take Swarga is also Sukharupam. Yes or no? Swarga is also giving pleasure or not? If you go to the Swarga, it is also pleasure. But this pleasure is derived by what? By the Yajna. Yes or no? But this Brahman is also Sukharupam. This Sukha is derived by what? By Yajna? Is it derived by Yajna? No. It's not by the Yajna. It is Swataha by, yeah. It is Upanishadam. This Sukham is Upanishadam. It's Nityam. That is Punya Janyatvam. The pleasure in the Swarga is derived by the pious activities. It's generated from the pious activities. But this is not like that. So, Kintu Upanishadam. That means this pleasure is not out of Punya, but it is what? Upanishadam. That means if you read the statements of Upanishads and if you practice the Gnana, then you can get that. By practice of the Upanishad Gnana, you can get that. That means it is revealed, it is attained, it is revealed through the Upanishad Gnanam. Brahman is revealed through the Upanishad Gnanam. When you practice that Upanishad Gnanam, then you can get that. And next, Punaha Swasukharupatvecha Indriyajanyatvam Vyavartayati Shuddham Ityadina. And it is also what? Shuddham. This Brahman is Shuddham. Shuddham, that means what? It is not generated by the Indriyas. So this Brahma Sukham, whatever is there, that is not due to Indriyas. Shuddham, na? Not due to senses. Prabhu?
That is Swasukharupatti Chandriya Jannatvam Vyavartayati Suddhamiti.
Vyavartayati means it is removed out. It is not due to sense pleasure. It is Shuddham. Word is excluding. That word is telling that this pleasure, Brahma Sukham, is not out of senses, generated by the senses. That means dosha rahitam. And samam uchavata sunyam. There is no highs and down. It is always same. Brahma Sukam is always at one level. And sadasatah param. That means it is beyond the cause and effect. That means that's Prakriti, Mahat, Ahankara, and so on. So these are all the Prakriti is the cause, Mahat is the effect. Mahat is the cause, Ahankara is the effect. And Ahankara is the cause, Panch Mahabhutas are the effect. So it is beyond all this. Beyond the all. Uparisthitam. Kim Bahuna, what to speak? What to speak about this? What to speak about this? So Maya cha yasya abhimukhe yadunmukhataya sthite जीवन मुक्त गणे विलज्जमान परेति पलायते ततः दूरम गच्छति इत्यादि. So it is such a way, this Brahman is such a way, anyone is standing in front of this Brahman and this Maya is leaving them and always going behind to him. Okay. That means with shame she is going. So such a way this Brahman. That means in front of this Brahman nobody is going to come. Maya is not dare to come in front of this. And that's why if anyone is just in front of the glances of Supreme Lord, so he is not caught by the Maya. Atra cha suddham ityadina yatha vailakshana tathaiva gneyam. So jiva swarupasya, okay. Itna tak kafi. So tadvai padam bhagavatah paramasya pumsah brahma iti. That is nothing but Brahman, which is the abode or the padam. Padam means what is translated in the English? It is the padam, ultimate face. Okay, you take that. Face of the Lord. Face. क्या करें अभी श्लोक पूरा चैप्टर पूरा करना है. I should complete chapter. Huh? Ten minutes late आया. Huh? I came 10 minutes. I sent message. So I will take another 10 minutes. Extra 10 minutes. Okay. Next 48 sloka. You see the definitions what we discussed, those are all there in the purport. Most of the times it is taken from the Jiva Goswami. Okay, 48. Sadyang niyamya yatayo. No, sadyang niyamya yatayo. What is this? Sadyang niyamya yatayo yamakarta hetim. Jahu swaradiva nipanakha nitramindraha. Translation: in such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of the mind, mental speculation or meditation as performed by the Jnanis and Yogis. One gives of such process as the heavenly king Indra forgoes the trouble to dig a well. Understood? अकर्ता हेतिम अभेद ज्ञान रूप मोक्ष साधन जहाद तत्त कृपा प्राप्त तादृश ज्ञानाद्यनंत गुणाश्च तद भक्ति संपत्ते है. सद्यं नियम्य यतयः यम अकर्ता हेतिम जह्युः. So in such a transcendental state, there is no need of artificial control of the mind, mental speculation and meditation as performed by the Jnanis and Yogis. One gives of such process as what is said here. See, in the previous sloka, what is said? In the previous sloka means, if you see sloka number 42, Dayayet, whoever getting the mercy of the Lord, he will be able to cross this material world and he will be knowing him according to his capacity. Now what he said, why all of a sudden Brahmaji is telling about this Brahman in the 47th sloka, he is telling about the Brahman. Why? So he is describing this another feature of the Lord as a Brahman, and he is saying this after this Brahman is Visheshakaram Durgamatvena Uddhishya Tadadi Sarva Sugamata Krupamayena Sarupa Sakti Vishishtakarena Sugamatvena Taddishati Sadyang Ityekena. That means from this 48 sloka, Brahmaji is saying that. So see, that is 47 is saying is the Brahman form of the characteristics of the Brahman, and that is not easy to get. Durgamatvena. That means getting that is very difficult. And getting the Lord's form, that means Vishishta form. So it is Visheshya. Brahman is Visheshya. Brahman is Visheshya. Visheshya, Visheshyam. And Bhagavan is Vishishtam. Okay. And Shaktis are Visheshana. Object. Okay. Visheshyam, Visheshana. Like red flower is there. Redness is the Visheshanam. Flower is Visheshya. Red flower is Vishishta. So now Bhagavan is what? Vishishtam. Along with Shaktis, Brahman along with Shaktis is known as is a Vishishtam. Okay. Now this Visheshyam, Brahman is nothing but Visheshyam is explained here, and getting that is difficult. But by the having mercy, you can get this. You can come to know Visheshanam. That is said here. Sarupa Sakti Vishishta Karena Sugodamatna Tadudeshati Yam Prati Mane Yasmin Sadring Mano Niyamya Stirikruti Yataha Purvam Sanyasa Marge Kruta Tadusha Gnana Yatna Api Akarta Hetu Abheda Gnana Rupam Moksha Sadhanam Jahati Tatkrupa Prapta Tadusha Gnana Dyananta Gunascha Tad Bhakti Sampatte. What these rishis they did? So rishis, previously these munis, they Munayaha, sages, they were trying for the Brahman with the hard process. By what? By the Sannyasa Marga. What is that? Sannyasa Marge. So Brahman Munis in the Sannyasa Marga means renouncing everything. Sannyasa Marga. Not Bhakti Vedanta Sannyasi, but he is a Vedanti Sannyasi. Vedanti Sannyasi, he is leaving everything and following the, what is that? Here in this sloka, Akarta Hetim, following the Akarta Hetim. Akarta Hetim means what? Abheda Gnana. Abheda Gnanam. Abheda Gnanam, maintaining Abheda Gnanam is very difficult. If you keep these two in front of him, you'll be seeing both are one. That kind of practice you need. Abheda Gnanam. So that means they are living everything and they are practicing Abheda Gnanam to get this. And that kind of munis, what they did, so feeling that it is very difficult, they left that. They left this Brahman, practicing Brahman, and they surrendered to the Lord to get the Krupa of the Lord and to see this Vishishta form. Because, so now Brahma is giving the proof. This is the Brahman is a feature of the Bhagavan, but previously these munis, they tried to get this Brahman and it is very difficult. So they left that process of practicing Abheda Gnana and they accepted the Krupa of the Lord and able to see the Vishishta. That means, so this is the advertising he is. Brahma is advertising. You should go for the Bhagavan's mercy to see his form, his sampatti, his all qualities. Tat krupa prapta tadrusha gnana jananta gunascha. Prabhuji, question, you should not ask question. He's so what is said in this the sloka? Yam akarta hetim jahu. That means jahu means they left. What they left? Jahuhu abheda gnanam jahuhu. They left the abheda gnanam, and so like example is given here. What is that example? Swaradiva niphanaka nimtramindraha means, so one gives up such a process. As the heavenly king Indra forgoes the trouble to dig well. Like if Indra is there, Indra's mercy is there any need to dig a well? When you say like this, Indra will immediately rain for you. And you can have that rain in the ponds and everywhere. You can easily use. All the time, canals will flowing. So if the mercy of Indra is there any hard labor is needed to dig the well? No. Then Lord's Kripa is there, then is there any need to go for the Brahman and practicing the Brahman realization? No. That's the point here. Write the meaning of 7.48. Simple meaning. You should explain with your words. 2.7.48. Marks is 3 marks. Okay, I will not take much time. I will leave. Tomorrow I will do this. Thank you very much. Any questions? So that's why one should chant Hare Krishna, get the mercy of the Lord. No need to go for Abheda Gnana. You should understand this sloka meanings properly. Whatever, while doing Bhagavatam class, you should not say another thing. Huh? Yes, Radha Govind Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
This is regarding 47.
Yes, Prabhu.
You explained all the qualities of Brahman, but the Subodhini is explaining Paramatma, Brahman and Bhagavan, all the three.
Subodhini is according to the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is writing.
Okay.
But purport is, our translations are written based upon Jiva Goswami. Prabhupada is following Jiva Goswami. That's why I explained that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So because Prabhupada always shifts actually. So what is needed and he changes. Sometimes we say, sometimes you go. Sir. We should also take that and go. Then it is easy to understand what is the intention of Prabhupada, what is right. Yeah. Okay, Prabhu.
Now this discuss about Brahman realization and Gyani. They are giving up Abhed Gyan and
Giving up.
giving up and accept this Bhagwan
Yes.
process.
Yes.
So
Bhakti
previously,
process.
Bhakti process. Previously we discussed that is a Brahman realization is easy compared to Bhagavad realization. In the sense of process or in the sense of how
What I said on that day, the
both things reconcile.
knowing Brahman is possible, but knowing all the qualities of the Bhagavan is impossible. Practicing Brahman, practice for getting Brahman relation is very difficult, but practice for knowing the qualities of the Lord is easy. Not easy, I'm saying. Knowing Brahman is possible, I'm saying. Knowing Brahman is possible, but knowing all the qualities of Bhagavan is impossible. And practice for knowing Brahman is difficult. So practice for knowing qualities of the Lord is easy. Knowing all qualities, I am saying. Understood? Tell. Question.
Regarding Abhidaya,
Ah.
so generally in ISKCON we have this popular example that if somebody want to go some place, there's a map. In the map, destination is shown, but it is also important that where am I? So then we can reach that destination. But hearing these glories of bhakti process, so bhakti process is independent to the person, whether he's qualified or not qualified. Wherever he is in the map, he can, just by practicing a bhakti process, he can achieve the destination. So to say this thing, it is very important to know where am I, what is my level to perform devotion service, am I qualified or not. These are not, doesn't.
Yes. Even Stri, Sudra, anyone can.
Simply anybody can surrender,
Yeah.
and even they can easily surrender.
Anyone, he can know the Krishna, actually, get the Krishna. So what is the question?
So my question that somebody can easily perform devotional service, somebody face difficulties because of anarthas.
It's susukam kartum avayam. It's very easy and very blissful actually. That's why we are all happy here. If you see the practice of Jnanis, they have full niyama and yama for the eating and sitting for the, so everything, and also they do the hard study of all the Upanishads, and the process is very difficult actually. And seeing everything as one, how to control the mind, that you should understand.
And one more question, bro. That Prabhupada writes in the purport that surrender, how to surrender, that last verse, I think. Yes. That he gives the example of Arjuna, and then he says in the verse 46.
A sinful soul cannot approach to the Lord directly, but such a sinful man can very easily approach a pure devotee of the Lord.
Yeah.
This is?
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Just anybody can surrender. So, but we see that to surrender also, like there's an instruction of a spiritual master.
Yes.
And different people face different levels of difficulties in surrendering and following the instructions of a spiritual master.
Yes.
So how when Prabhupada says it is in the hand of the person to surrender, it doesn't depend on qualification, material qualifications.
So Sharanapatti is a symptom of the, like if you have fever, what is the symptom? What is the symptom of the fever? Temperature. So what is the symptom of the Sharanapatti is the symptom of what? Is a symptom of Shraddha. Yeah. So as much as you have Shraddha, that much one will surrender. So and Shraddha depends upon what? Shastrartha Vishwasaha. Knowing the meanings of the Shastra properly. Yeah. So yeah, that will also sinful, and also that's depends upon the Shraddha is not the part of the devotion actually. It is before that actually, before to bhakti. So that Shraddha, once Shraddha you have, then you will start. Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha. From Sadhu Sangha, bhakti starts.
One way Shraddha, the surrender depends upon the Shraddha.
Yes. And it's a gray scale, it is not a digital scale. Gray scale.
Okay.
It's not black and white. It's a gray. So many levels. Shraddha also you have. So degrees of this Shraddha. You can surrender only right hand. From this onwards, I will use this right hand for the service of Lord, no other purpose. You can surrender your body. You can surrender body and mind. You can surrender like that. Many levels are there in that. And also even Komal Shraddha, Druda Shraddha. So there are varieties of the Shraddhas are there. In between also many. As much as Shraddha increases, we can. Hare Krishna.